Is this the best piece of horror night?
Princess Bavarian. Today we're at Universal Orlando's Portofino Resort. It's time to go back to
the Thirsty Fish.
It's been quite some time since we've been here, and if you didn't know, Universal every year themes some of its resort lounges and bars to Halloween Horror Night. So
Dead Man's Pier.
Yes. So as your number one choice of foodie infotainment, we're here to check this place out, so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm stealing one of these boats this time.
It's time to foodie and chill. So they were gonna put all of the things on the side for us, but it didn't happen. So we, instead of sending the pretzel back, we just took the pretzel as it is. So I am knife and forking this pretzel so that I do not contaminate my bite, and so that Bear doesn't contaminate his bite. I'm going to, there's like pickles and pepperoncini on this side. I can get into this, but there's pepperoni on the other side. And beer cheese, which I don't want either. So I always love me a good pretzel. We were actually just at Disney Springs recently, and I had a huge pretzel. So I'm curious to see how this one compares to that one. And then I'm just going to dip it in the mustard, because mustard is life. I do like the pretzel. It is very fluffy and delicious. It's not as good as the one that I got at the Edison, which is really weird to me because the Edison at Disney Springs is third party and not so great, and Loews is also third party and occasionally not so great, but also pretty good too at times. I do like the mustard, and I do appreciate the accoutrements. It would probably be better if they were all like in their own little pieces instead of trying to shove them into like different areas of the pretzel. I don't really want my bread to taste like other things unless I choose what those other things are, so that's fine. But like, it's still tasty because you still want some of those flavors. Like, I think a pepperoncini flavored pretzel piece sounds pretty fire, so I'm excited to eat those two things together. But by itself, I would give it like a 2.5 out of 5 pretzel. Not going to proactively come out of my way here for it, but I do really like this stuff, so why not?
We're performing bear-type horror surgery. We're giving it the Art the Clown treatment over here. But I don't have a chainsaw or a rack from which to hang this from. But I'm just going to slice this thing off like it were a slice of pizza. And we're going to give it a new home. With the beer cheese. Boop. See? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Go ahead and cut into here. Give it a slice of cut. I'm going to take some of the pepperoni with it. And then I'm going to give it the slightest pour of the beer cheese.
It's pepperoni. I guess you do that.
Yeah. There has to be a study or something that has to examine how a pretzel with a little accoutrements is like the perfect bar food. It's not fancy. It's not pretentious, but it gets the job done. A little bread, a little bit of salt, a little bit of like savor here and there. You have everything you need for a good time in Dead Man's Wharf, surrounded by the snow and the frozen ships, to put a good time with friends. Do not sleep on this place. Do not sleep on the pretzel. It is just a pretzel, but at least it's good. Give it 3 out of 5 points. So you have these cupcakes of horror, this cupcake trio with a red velvet cupcake, a chocolate cupcake, and then a sprinkled cupcake, I'm assuming is funfetti, or we're assuming is funfetti. I like how themed these are, so much more than the Faf cupcake, even though I haven't had that one. But I'm like trying to decipher, like obviously this is Jason Universe. I'm assuming, is this Art the Clown? Or would you assume this is Art the Clown and this is Fallout? I feel like because of the wedding in the beginning of Fallout, maybe this is Fallout, and this is Art the Clown. So, terrifying. gonna start with Terrifier. I'm just gonna dip in to this bloody red velvet cupcake with the eye. I'm just gonna take a small bite. Ew. Already not easy. I got it. Nope, don't got it. Almost had it. One day, I will figure out the proper way to eat cupcakes and I'll make a mess. That day is obviously not today. But one day I will figure it out. It's a nice, soft, fluffy red velvet cupcake. I think cupcakes with too much icing are pretentious. There's only so much icing I can tolerate on a cupcake. You have to balance the icing with the actual cake. That is pushing the limits, but with the camp of it, the bloody eye, I love it. I give that 4 out of 5 claws. Next, we're going all in on the chocolate cupcake. You have the chocolate cupcake with the chocolate icing and a little bit of party sprinkles on top, like a nice wedding in a vault. I am all for that. Much better than picking up this time. Take it from somebody that's been chocolate for a long time. It's never a bad time for chocolate. Quote me on that. 4.25 out of 5 claws. The icing actually has like a little espresso in it, so it's like a chocolate espresso cupcake. A little perk to it. Last up, we're doing this icon style with the Jason cupcake with the mask, the little knife, and the icing brains here. Like, you didn't have to do this, but this is a beautiful touch. It's literally like bloody brains on a cupcake, and I absolutely love that. The Pfaff cupcake could never. I don't see funfetti, but I don't care. It's like yellow cake. I'm gonna give it no from it. Just get plain yellow cake with icing, but the blood is like raspberry. It's a nice touch. They're fun cupcakes. If you were like a horror nerd, you like the camp, you love the entire like affair of it, there's no reason that you shouldn't get these cupcakes. I would say if you're looking for a break and you don't want anything at City Walk, maybe you should hop a boat and come to Portofino. Just saying. I give that 4 out of 5 bucks.
My server brought us this shot. I knew it was a shot, but I didn't realize that the whole glass was actual ice. So I'm keeping it on a double coaster so that it stays at least not melting in my hot little hand. I'm just gonna take part of it and then I'll give the rest of it to Bear. That was so nice. It's very smooth. It definitely tastes like mini golf water if you were to ever drink mini golf water. I think it's the closest you get. It's just like very blue curacao maybe. So I guess it's a dangerous drink because it's vodka. And you can't really taste the vodka. It's just like a little lemon aftertaste. I like it. I would give it a 4 out of 5 shots. Maybe a different serving vessel though, even though this is super cool. Maybe just put this ice in a shot glass.
I love the balls of this. The balls, massive, gigantic, humongous lady balls on this to go ahead and give us a drink in an actual ice shot glass are the best Halloween Horror Nights drinks at the resorts. Universal, are you messing up? Ooh. A little bite to it, but that's a legit ice shot glass. I don't know why I'm not getting this in the parks. That is actually tasty. It doesn't taste like gut rot. I feel like we've been in Horror Nights all wrong now. I need to reevaluate my entire life, or at least my life back to August 29th. Most of my life. 4 out of 5 plus.
now we go into the fog with this gorgeous drink here that had some smoke. This is fee foam on top, which is vegan, which is cool. You can really taste the bourbon on that. That is a man's drink in some sense of the word. I don't know what I meant by man's drink. Just, I don't know. But one of those ones that put hairs on your chest, I guess that's what I meant. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Fisherman's Wharf? Maybe that's what I meant by the man's drink. The Fisherman's Wharf.
You had me at fog. Though the into is still pretty good too. Bourbon, sold. A gigantic circular ice cube, sold. Foam bubble or fog bubble, also sold. No complaints from me on that. That little sip of bourbon is all the courage I need to venture in the fog. Even they say don't go alone. This might actually fuel me to be able to do it. It's the courage that some of you need to stick up for Jimmy Kimmel. It's the courage that most of you need to have woken up on the wrong side of the bed this week. This is a good beverage. I give that 4.25 out of 5 plus.
The last drink is very dark. Whoa. I knew it was coffee and tequila, and it still took me by surprise. You can't taste the tequila, you just taste the coffee. So it's dangerous. I think just the taste of coffee masks the tequila so well. If you're a coffee drinker and you like any alcohol, especially tequila, you're probably going to want like 3 of these. I would give it a 4 out of 5 espressos.
The final sip is in the final girl. You have this tequila beverage, leaving dark circles under your eyes. The dark circle on your coaster. It is tequila, agave, lime juice, and then espresso. Take your clothes off and then have you sprinting around the fog like a madman. Or woman. Or they and them. I had never once considered the danger that tequila and espresso can be together. That's wonderful. This needs to be an official pre-game drink of Halloween Horror Nights. This will get you going. But it's very smoky. So be warned, it's like smoky, espresso, and tequila. But if you can handle your drink, handle this 4.5 out of 5 plus.
Look at this beautiful pumpkin drink made with Aquafaba as the foam, which I love. And then they pour the face for you table side. So it's better than getting an espresso. Ooh. Now, I don't typically like pumpkin drinks, but I think this is actually my favorite drink that I've had tonight. I really liked my shot, but this one has got a lot of like different flavors and complexities to them. That's like, I love the spice to it. It's not like your typical PSL type drink. So 4.75 out of 5. This is the best drink. This is the drink to get when you come here.
I'm not usually one, just like the princess, I'm not a pumpkin season boy. I don't subscribe to PSLs. I don't actually love pumpkin that much. But when you add alcohol and convincing a bit of camp and a little bit of show, I'll do most anything. That sounded bad, but I'm gonna leave it like it is. That is delicious. That will have you gritting like a haunted pumpkin, like one you carved yourself. because you built this bit by bit. That is a tasty cocktail. The staff here is amazing. They explain everything, checking on all the food. They sold us on this drink, and I do not regret it. The thickness of the foam being an Aquafaba fits perfectly. A perfect fronted cocktail. That's a 5 out of 5 clause. That's on a Bavarian list. This is a drink worth coming for. That was a time.
We had a really good time. We had lots of drinks. We had the pretzels always available, and then the cupcakes are only here for horror night. So we had all the specialty items, I guess. The menu is like really expensive, so we didn't get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's deluxe resort prices definitely, but honestly, we're paying $16 for Tall Boys at Universal itself. A couple more dollars for a crafted cocktail that's actually good isn't a humongous surprise here.
$20 for a pretzel, though.
Yeah, the pretzel's a bit overpriced.
$18 for cupcakes.
This is like one of their deluxe resorts as well, though. But obviously, we're not going to spend money out of your pocket. So you let us know what you guys think about the cost of things and what you think about this experience. This is definitely, I think, better than any theme bar we got in Universal itself so far. So if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, I might make Bear yeet into one of these horror night bar crawls.
You heard the girl.